Well, hello everyone, good morning. My name is Alex. I'm going to be your host for today and tomorrow. I'm not from here, as you can see. I'm not Swiss like Paul. I'm actually Spaniard, so sister country here from Mediterranean, and cows lover too. So feeling at home right now. So we're going to run a pretty interesting stage today. We're going to have two startup competitions. We're going to run the idea stage right now, and in the after lunch we're going to run the early stage stage. Now, I'm very interested on this stage we're going to present now, the idea stage, which is basically a project that's being pushed out and a series of workshops pushed out by Banque du Liban, and in cooperation with Daher Capital. And basically, the whole theme is to how to reimagine Lebanon. Okay? There we go. So we're going to see 6 teams that have been working for 6 weeks trying to redesign or reimagine how can you do things better in the country. So we're going to start, I believe, with public transportation. No? So we have everyone? Governance. Okay, so the governance people are here. So we're going to start with the first team. And before we start, I want you to introduce you the jury that's over here. So we have over here, yeah, that guy's the jury too. Give him a pen, please. So Daniel here, he's from the US, Cleveland, living in Berlin, I believe. He runs a very successful creative agency. Come on, guys, there we go. And you know, the other stage is for people with suits. This is the stage for cool people, okay? So we need power here. So our next judge is Aziza from Singapore. She runs General Assembly in Singapore. So we have Tara here all the way from London, I believe. She runs, she's the program manager, is it? BizDev, there we go, BizDev, for an organization that gives or allows people to get visas to a bunch of different countries, which is something very important in the startup world. And I believe you're Samir? No? Paul, there you go. Let me check you. It's the one I don't have, as usual. Oh, not working. There we go. Paul, let me try to pronounce your last name. Chukrala? There we go. He's actually is probably one of the most important guys in this conference right now. Okay, he's the fund manager for Veritech, which is a $50 fund that is investing $50 million fund. I'm sorry. That is the major investment force in the country for startups. So he's your guy. He's making this real. Paul, thank you very much for your effort. So without further ado, we're going to... So are the e-governance team ready? Ready to rumble? You're going to show us that you can change government?
Yes, we can.
There we go. Okay, big applause for the e-governance team.
Hello, hello. Hello, Lebanon. Hello, everyone. Hello, judges. Welcome to Lebanon. It's a small country with the craziest people in the world. I'm sure you will have a great time. So, my name is Gary, and my team and I, we were delegated to solve corruption in Lebanon. It's a big thing we have to do. So, the first thing we thought about is where Lebanon is ranked between the world, between the scale of corruption in the world. So we found out that, who's playing with the, yeah. So we found out that in Transparency International, Lebanon ranks 136 out of 175 countries on the Corruption Perceptions Index in 2014. We are not in the top 10, which we really thought we are from the last 10, but we have to be optimistic. Then we thought, how can we as citizens can solve or reduce corruption? We did a survey with our friends, family, and social media friends, and we found out that most of them, they faced corruption when they were forced to deal with governmental institutions or public administrations. And we found out also that they had to pay bribes, especially for one important reason, which is time. In the 21st century, time has become the priority need for a majority of the people, even more important than privacy. They would pay anything to save on time. But the corrupted system, he has been using this need in a very clever way for their own advantage. Let me show you an example. Meet Wissam. Wissam is an average Lebanese guy with a full-time office job. So he wants to get a normal official paper. The first thing he has to do, he has to take a day off, an unpaid day off. He goes into traffic, wastes time to find a parking slot, then he discovers the chaos, the dirt all over, people shouting, a lot of rooms without guidelines. And after 30 minutes, he realizes that he needs another paper from another public administration 10 kilometers away. He goes there, they tell him, sorry, we need to finish that paper, we need 2 days. So he can't afford to lose 2 days. He pays a bribe to the employee, and suddenly, ta-da, he has the paper. He goes back to the first institution, they tell him, sorry, you are late, you have to come back tomorrow. Again, he can't afford to lose time, he can't afford to lose 1 day off also. He pays the bribe, and like magic, he gets the paper. So see how they use time. They know that time for the people is more valuable than money. So as a team, we believe that instead of blaming the government for bad management, we as youth, as entrepreneurs, as citizens, we can help the government, support the government to fight corruption by creating an easy system and with the most feasible way, without changing a lot of things, without complicating things. That's why we created the best solution, which is MyGov. Sorry.
Okay, guys, so what is MyGov?
Okay.
MyGov is an online portal which will have both desktop and mobile versions, and our mission will be basically to make the journey of getting an official paper easy and educational at the same time. We will offer 4 essential services, which are Ask Us, Waklo, Report, and Khabarna. Ask Us is our clever search engine. If you would like to get the paper yourself, all you have to do is just type what you need to do, basically ask us, and you will answer. We will answer you. We will offer detailed guideline showing you what you need to do, where, how, when, even if you will need to bring papers with you prior to going there. We will have online forms available for you to print out and fill them in advance so you save time later. Our second service is Waklo. Now, Waklo is a service that will work like Uber taxi, same business model. It will allow you to locate nearby agents who are ready to do your papers for you. It will have, of course, the most competitive advantage is that we will have a separate standalone mobile application for that, which will allow tracking your agent, contacting him through the app, even ordering depending on his location, depending on your location and your needed papers. Our fourth service is Report. If you're fed up with corruption, if you ever experience bribery, if your neighbor is getting harassed for a reparation in his shop, you can come here. This is your place to post any complaint that you have, and our legal advisors we'll make sure to follow the issue and get answers for the problem. Our fourth service is Khabarna. Khabarna is somehow different than the reporting. Khabarna is basically for useful forums, so that if you had a positive experience with the government, if you had a hard time but you made it through, you can post it. You can post it here and help your fellow citizens follow the same path to save cost, to save time, and to benefit from your own experience. And these are examples of what can be posted in the trending section. Now, finally, because we don't want just to blame the government, blame the people, we also want to praise the positive work that is being done. We will have our blog through which we will communicate and cover all the anti-corruption initiatives through articles and interviews with prominent figures, public figures, like you see the ministers and governor of Central Bank of Lebanon. And also important articles that give you an insight of important issues such as having a foreign husband, for example, and the issue of the kid's nationality. Who is our target? Our target, as you see, will be the youth, full-time employees who find hard time to get a day off, women, elderly, people with disabilities, expatriates, and foreigners. Basically, anyone who finds difficult or doesn't have time to go do the job himself. Gary?
So,
1 minute left, guys.
okay. Actually, the government tried to create easy systems to solve this issue. But what they failed in the most is how do they communicate the services they created. And that's why we will hire, especially on long run, they do at the launch a good marketing and then nobody knows about it. So that's why we will hire a marketing agency to create a long-term marketing strategy, especially online marketing strategy. The government made some efforts before with those services, and we are not fighting those services. On the contrary, if they have good services which are easy and faster, we will mention it in our search engine, in the Ask Us, so people will know exactly when to use those services. And we will also inform about those services in our blogs to give awareness. Actually, we even found out some of them when we started to research about this project. So
I hate to be the guy, but you're over time.
okay.
So please say thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So now we have the Fantastic Five. Okay, so questions from the jury. Do we have any questions? There we go. Can we get a mic? Thank you.
Yeah? Hi.
Hi.
First of all, thank you, and I applaud you for choosing a very challenging problem we face in Lebanon in our everyday lifestyle. But I would like to see, because your target market is very wide, and I was looking at the language aspect of your platform. Are you looking into having the website or the mobile app translated into Arabic as well? Because you have the elderly, which...
Of course. It will be in Arabic, English, and French.
Do you plan to redesign the processes of the government, or do you plan just to put a portal on top and keep on doing things the way they're being done right now?
On the long run, when we have the data from the reporting and the Khabarna, we will use those data to support the government to change a little bit the system where there is something wrong. When we have the same problem again and again, we can pressure the government or the special minister to change the process. But at the beginning, we will start because our mission is that we really want to do it ourselves without the support or the ask from the government. So however we can support the citizens, that's what we're doing now.
How do you plan on monetizing this?
Okay, we already have many ways to monetize. Number one, the Waklo system, it's like Uber, so we get a percentage on the services that those agents will do. Number two is the banners, because we will have majority of the Lebanese in the website reading the guidelines or ordering workflows. So the banners will be another way to monetize. Those are the two ways.
No more
Thank you.
questions? Cesar, you have one?
Thanks so much for presenting, guys.
Thank you.
First up, that was great user research, and I really like the way you guys presented the user persona. My question is that, so what you're doing is an add-on to existing government services, right? Are you planning on going back to government and saying, talking to these individual departments that you're working with and getting them to integrate to your platform so that you don't have to print out pieces of paper so that everything could be online? What challenges do you foresee in that? And for example, is this something that the government could create themselves? Because that's what the Singapore government does. So I'm just wondering, how do you foresee that happening here in Lebanon?
Exactly. You're coming from Singapore, and I was there, and I saw that they told me to register a company there. It needs 1 hour online. So here is totally different because the government has a lot of people who take decisions. It's very divided into political groups. So to take a decision to move on, to change a system completely, it takes a lot of time. And when they take a decision, sometimes the next minister that comes removes everything the last minister decided. So that's why we decided to do as much as we can without the government support. But of course, our hope is when we get the data enough to really pressure with our blogs, with our interviews, with our social media campaigns. It's like a police, you can pressure even not only the government, the managers of every institution to do the right work. So yes, of course we want to reach there, but it's very challenging here in the country. I just want to mention something that we didn't have time, that those services...
We still don't have time, though.
Okay. Okay, those services, MyGov is not only for Lebanon. It will move on to other third world countries because they have the same problem like we some.
Okay, guys.
Thank
Jerry,
you.
thank you very much for your questions. Guys, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for your great presentation.